Hey guys, AJ here. And yeah, this is just a quick live, real fast, to just talk about some stuff and kind of test things out and stuff. I know that I had put up a poll to have a Jeff Sokol watch party, so that's going to be coming soon. I know you guys, I've had, man, about 10 or 12 people ask for good old pizza eater. So I want to try and really plan that in advance so that you guys can tune in and then also have a chance to call in and everything too. So this is kind of a test here for all you guys. So yeah, it's Friday night. I mean, it's been a long week for me. My day job, it's not too stressful, but there are times where it does have an ebb and flow. And this week was kind of a rough week. So I'm just rewinding and while watching some TCAP as usual. And yeah, it's been a fun time. And I want to start out by saying thanks to all you guys for your support. And I know that this channel is growing. I really didn't think that it would grow at all. I was kind of really insecure about starting this channel. A, because I don't know, it's just me talking into a microphone, and then also, I've had a speech impediment my entire life. I've worked on it quite a bit, like I've said in some videos, but it's always been something. Jesse, what's up, man? How you doing? Uh, it's it's good to see you, man. But yeah, so uh, it's something that even though I'm an extrovert, it's always in the back of my mind that I don't know, I'll be judged for my speech, but it's never really bothered me much. But I think that just the talking into a microphone part where people, because I don't really show my face much because I want to focus on the content. So just people hearing my voice, I'm expressive with my hands. And I think that helps with my speech. For either way, um, yeah, I've always liked TCAP a lot, and I haven't really watched any of the new investigations on True Blue yet. Drop in the comments if you guys have watched those yet and how they are. And I think you have to subscribe to True Blue. I don't know. I still am not quite sure how to look at those, or if it's a YouTube channel or like an app or what. But maybe if it's on cable, I'm not quite sure. But I'll have to get a hold of those. And guys, I have to admit that I think Sokol and then there's another guy. Those were the only two Hansen versus Predators that I watched, right? I didn't really watch Hansen versus Predators. So anytime that I watch those, it's gonna be brand new because I just didn't really pay attention at the time. I was always a real big, like regular TCAP guy. So I've been going back and watching like starting them, but then I figured that maybe I can do you guys can all watch them with me for the first time, right? So if I do lives, it'll be do haha. But if I do actually do a live, maybe the first couple ones can be the Hansons versus Predator stuff because I've never seen those before. Yes, my TCAP card can be pulled, but yeah, I just focused really on the original investigations. When the other stuff Chris Hansen did, so to catch a con man, and then he had a couple other things, and then the chat logs and the interrogations. But I never really watched Hansen versus Predator, so and the almighty cornholio's in here too. All right, man. All my top subs are in here. And guys, I know that I said this thanks to all you guys who comment and then make the requests because it really does keep things interesting. It's just hard sometimes to match names to the requests because I get so many comments, and I know that for a channel that's not as big yet, it's crazy how many comments that I do get. I was talking to my other friend who's trying to get a more business oriented channel, off the ground, and I showed him the comment saying, "You guys leave, and you guys just blow him out of the water." So, but here, oh, here, guys, let me get. Here we go. Where are we here? So I was looking at that video that I posted yesterday about the female sex offender, and guys, I'm from Washington State. So I was around during that whole Mary Kay Paterno thing, right? And and so the whole female sex crime thing really isn't that new to me because it was all in the news. And then I used to work at a place where um I had a particular job where um you know offenders came in and out. And I remember there was a female sex offender there. This is right out of college. And she used to sleep with her son's friends. They were 15. It was nuts. So that's when I realized that the whole female predator thing is never really talked about much. And Chris Hansen had the TCAP thing, and men were like, "Duh, duh, duh, duh," but the I think that when women do it, it's really, really insidious and it's really, really bad because no one really talks about it. And then also people think, oh, well, the little boy, he probably enjoyed it. It's like it doesn't matter, guys. Like children should not people should not be, you know, with children like that. It doesn't matter what the gender is, right? So and then I think that I told this story once in a video. So there was a friend of mine from college, and she and I were friends because she was in my chemistry class. And she had got pregnant. She was 21. She got pregnant by this 15-year-old. And she's like, he needs, and I remember at the time just thinking, wait a minute, something's up there. That's weird, right? And she was like, he needs to step up as a man and take care of his responsibilities. Like he's 15. Guys, do you know that she took this kid to court for child support, and the father of this kid had to pay her child support? Absolute foolishness. This guy had to pay his son's rapist child support. It's insane. And if I remember right, the kid just turned 18. I mean, the son from the relationship. I think he's an adult now. But anyways, that shows how old I am. But so guys, I found this thing. It's the Canadian Children's Rights Council. And this is I believe that it's a nonprofit. And it has this list, 500 female teacher offenders. And it says it wasn't that long ago that female on male violence wouldn't have resulted in criminal charges at all. Believe it or not, in some states in America, the law is so biased against male victims that it doesn't even recognize female on male SA. I know, right? He would give him support from his paper route. He said Milk Money. Do you guys remember that movie Milk Money? With that Joseph Gordon-Levitt kid, and Melanie Griffin, right? And do you remember was it Joseph Gordon-Levitt? But anyways, it was this movie where these kids save up their money and they get this prostitute, and the prostitute's living in the treehouse. Anyways, now that was the 80s, because that's a crazy premise for a film. But anyways, it says so Canadian law enforcement is getting better at charging female offenders and prosecuting them for what they are: criminals that shouldn't be teaching. Education of police and having more female police officers has led to more sensitivity to claims that males are SA'd by females. And according to some authorities on the subject of abuse and assault, there exists a clear and wide disparity between sentencing of convicted female and male offenders. How many of you guys are surprised by that? Because I'm certainly not, right? Um, so okay, here are some of the females accused and or convicted of crimes. Okay, number one, Jessica Streeper, female teacher, accused of sex with 13-year-old boy. And this is her. So she was having a relationship and exchanging sex with an 8th grader, and she was 33 years old. Wow. Here we go. Polk female teacher faces 20 additional charges of relationship with student, accused of having relations with 17-year-old and faces what stemming from relationship. Okay, here we go. A Polk County female teacher already jailed for supposedly carrying on an affair with 17-year-old now faces 20 additional counts with another student. The Polk County Sheriff's Office announced. Jennifer Fichter, 29, she was jailed last week after her alleged 4-month relationship with a 17-year-old boy at Central Florida Aerospace Academy. Investigators this week say the English teacher had, look at this, had consensual sex with one of her other students. Now, guys, did that not just say that that's a minor? And they're saying consensual? It's funny how that language works, right? With one of her students, 7-month period, blah, blah, blah. The 17-month-old was a junior in her class at the time, and the two communicated with texting with software that he downloaded on his iPod. You can tell how long ago that this was, so that people still use iPods, because he didn't have a cell phone. So the boy told investigators at first they would spend time in the teacher's apartment watching TV and cuddling on the couch. So this is September 2011. The relationship then became sexual the following month. Whoops. The encounters happened in the boy's bedroom while his mom was away. I wondered if he made cookies and brought lemonade. Oh man, it's crazy. Yeah, 3 unlawful charges stemming from encounters she had in a parking lot near Plant City during her 4-month relationship. She met the boy as many as 30 times and claims she became pregnant, but had an abortion. Man, that's crazy. And guys, it keeps going. Catherine L. Carmen, female teacher's assistant, 35, had sex with her son's friend 14 times, several times over 10 months. A mother faces charges for having sex with one of her son's 14-year-old friends several times over a 10-month period. Catherine L. Carmine, who works as an assistant with handicapped children, was picked up by police at her job. Police launched an investigation after the boy told a relative that he had relations with her when he stayed at her home in Delaware. Look at that. It occurred between November 2011 and August 2012. She knew the boy through this friendship with her son. After she was arrested, she was committed to Baylor Women's Institution on $57,000 secured bail. She's been charged with 10 counts of third-degree rape and continuous assault. Abuse of a child and endangering the welfare of a child. I wonder what happened. I don't think that it. Oh wait, they gave her 3 months probation for that. Guys, can you believe that? Absolute clown world. All these charges, and they gave her 3 years probation in order to spend time in jail. So in order to spend time in jail until her due date. So was she pregnant? Did I miss something? Until her due date. Are they talking about her court date or are they talking about her due date because she's pregnant? Wouldn't surprise me, right? Uh-oh. Bethany Appleton, 28, was arrested on 13 counts of misconduct with a minor and child seduction and other charges. The incidents took place between April 11, 2011 and May 12, 2012. On June 19th, she was found not guilty of all charges. That is absolutely insane. What, that, it just doesn't make any sense. I mean, former Fort Thomas teacher Andrea Connors was sentenced to 90 days in jail on charges of having relations with a male student multiple times. So all they gave her was 90 days in jail. Can anyone like make it make sense? I mean, honestly. Here we go. Sarah Jones, Kentucky teacher, a former Bengals cheerleader, is another Northern Kentucky teacher arrested for having relations with her student. She pled guilty to sex crime charges and a plea bargain, which kept her out of jail. She walked from court holding the hand of the 17-year-old male victim. This is typical. Here you go, guys. This is typical of females who assault teen males. The same thing happened in the Laterno case below. If they appear to get the love and partnership of the male victim, they claim it was quote unquote true love and try to gain respectability. So there was one case, I think that it was in the video that I did, and where the teacher married the student so that she wouldn't the teacher married the student so that she wouldn't go to jail, so they couldn't testify against each other. Absolute craziness. So we got Gracie and we got S. Tavares in the house. We got the Breakfast Club in here. Right on you guys. Oh man, I swear I have the best comments section on YouTube. I was showing my friend, I was saying earlier that I have a friend of mine who's just starting a channel, and I was showing him the comments that I get. And he just couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? Because all you guys have such funny comments, and you guys are so supportive. So, yep, awesome. So, was it Amberly Yvonne Meeker, Florida, was working as elementary school in Volusia County when she was arrested on January 5th, 2012 for alleged sex crimes with children in North Carolina. Yeah, I noticed that, Gracie. You actually do the timestamps. Thanks for that. I don't really do timestamps because I think that I'm bad at them. I always make them wrong. So, but let me see here. Woof. Emma Hardy, 57. She's working as a registrar in Port Arthur, Texas, until her arrest for having an improper relationship between educator and student. Yikes. 57 years old. Man. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Look at this. She's 29, 17-year-old, 38, juvenile male student. And you guys look at the difference in some of the wording based on the state, right? So some of the charges are actually different based on the state. So you can see, just like in TCAP, right? Just saw with JPW, and then who was the other guy? Daniel Polito. The cops were like, "Can you please come over here? How do you feel about turning around and letting us put handcuffs on you?" Whereas You know, was it was it Twink Toilet got friggin' power bombed, man? They just tackled him to the ground. That's Texas for you. So things are really, 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 really different based on where you are. I remember I used to live in Seattle, and I lived there during the WTO riots, right? Guys, that's how old I am, right? And the cops didn't know what to do because they're usually so bored that when there was actual action going on, um right? Then I don't think that they do that in South Carolina, Grace. But yeah, the police in Seattle didn't know how to handle these quote unquote riots. It was a riot, right? But it wasn't as big as if it would have happened in LA or New York where the cops were more prepared. I don't think that would have been as bad. But Seattle, yeah, it's not the best anymore. I mean, they have a lot of bad stuff as far as crime and drugs and just people just pooping on the sidewalk and stuff. But hey, thanks Tavares for showing up, pal. I appreciate that, man. Um, so, but yeah, guys, I would usually recommend visiting my home city, but don't do it, guys. Seattle's not the Emerald City anymore. They don't enforce the city ordinances, and they don't really. It's just sad, man. It's just really, really, really sad. But I digress. We'll do a couple more of these. Look at this. Rachel Ann Hicks of Lake Forest, California. Uh, um, she's 36. Arrest suspicion of child M and grape. Here we go. Uh, a All right, guys. I'm from Washington State, and we have some pretty crazy names for cities like Puyallup and Skookumchuck and where else? Penderay. I cannot pronounce this. Tuel. A prosecutor is defending his decision to make a plea deal for a substitute teacher accused of having a relationship with a student. It's an issue that's getting national attention. Oh, it was even on Hannity. Okay. In September, look at that. 3 years probation she got. Oh, maybe this link is broken. So she got 3 years probation, a $2,000 fine, and psychosexual evaluation. Melissa Kelly McBeef, 47 of Simpsonville, South Carolina, was arrested and charged with criminal conduct with a minor contributing to the delinquency of a minor. She was the coach at Carolina High School when, according to the victim, she was sexually. Ooh, so she was a woman that abused a young girl. So she gave her alcohol and then had her way with her. Wow. Absolutely insane. Look at that. Okay. Look at all these guys. There's a whole list. I put the link to this in the announcement. And I mean, what do you guys think? Why do you think these women do this? I mean, I think that nowadays, yes, there are sick people out there, but there's kind of been an increase in this. I haven't actually looked at the numbers, but it's on the news more and more now. It's like every other day you see this. And these teachers, here's my theory, guys. Let me get my chalkboard, right? I think that the United States has become more of a youth obsessed culture, right? So a lot of people in college and after still have this kind of high school type of mentality, right? And they like I'm 40. 40-year-olds didn't look quote unquote young. Like I people say that I have a baby face. I'm 42, right? But I tell people that, and yes, it might be because black don't crack, fine, but you know, people who are in their late teens and early 20s have the same style as people who are in their 30s, mid to late 30s and 40s a little bit, right? So I think that we've become a little bit more because of social media and music and stuff where the mindset is the same. So these teachers will graduate from college and they'll get to this high school and there's this young boy who's like the captain of the football team or he's the popular kid and they like still have that type of mentality maybe, you know? I mean, I don't know. Well, what do you guys think? Um but yeah, you we used to only hear about guys doing this to young girls. But now there's all these cases, and these are 2011, 2012, and now we're in 2023. Ooh, Dawn Marie Schwarzengraber at as a high school teacher at Camden Frontier High School in Camden, Michigan, arrested on preliminary charge of misconduct. She had sex with a male student for 2 years. 46 years old, formerly sixth grade teacher in Oregon, pled guilty to abuse of a boy for 4 years. I wonder how much time she got. It doesn't say, but we can probably assume that it wasn't much. You know what, Gracie? You are right that it might be a control thing. I think it probably is, you know? Um, yeah, yeah. I mean, well, all sexual crimes are about power, right? So that's probably a big contributing factor of this. So, but yeah, man, just and I'm gonna keep bringing up this point on the channel, only because I feel like yes, we are TCAP fans, but there's other parts to the story other than these knuckleheads that are trying to do this. There is this other side that I don't feel is talked about much. So, but guys, I guess we can kind of move on from this. But I was gonna say that, guys, there's a couple of guys that I don't remember for TCAP, and maybe you guys can list them in the comments. And these were guys that either didn't make it to the house, or they were only on there for a split second, right? So you kind of forget about them because they weren't very memorable, you know? And I was going over some of the investigations and I'm like, wow, I don't remember them, you know? So it's always fun to watch some of those guys over and over and over again. But let me know if you remember any of those guys that were kind of the wham bam thank you ma'am guys, you know. They get in there and they're just out really really fast. So matter of fact, if I can think of, let me go to good old YouTube here. Hold on, let's see, what was that one? There's this one guy, I can't remember his name. Oh, oops, I'm muted. That had Chris Hansen. If anyone can remember his name, he was the guy that said that he had this guy, a phone call. Anyone help me with his name? This is him. That's his name. Mohammed Abdallah. Hold on. Let's who wants to find his chat log, guys? Let's do oh Mohammed Abdallah. Oops. Abdallah TCAP. Oh, I spelled it wrong. But either way, let's find. for justice. Okay, let's see. Okay, here we go. There he is. And it's funny, this guy, I forgot all about him. Um, uh, um, thanks, Gracie. I appreciate the support. Uh, but I remember him because he always shows up on this right side here when I read chat logs. So his face always pops up here, and I'd forgotten all about this guy, right? So let's see. Oh, oh, he was part of the Flagler Beach episode. So they don't have his chat log. That's right, because they didn't have the chat logs. That's right. But they said that he failed to appear for his trial and he absconded. That's right. But here we can watch his segment real fast. He's Egyptian, 5'7", Egyptian. Yeah, perverted justice really did screw the pooch with the Flagler Beach, man. I mean, I think all those guys did get off. Hold on, let me just check. I don't even know anything about this guy. Let's check him out on the old TCAP wiki here and get some knowledge on this guy. Let's see here. Look at that. Oh, is that father son? Is that what he says? I don't do Zisa stuff. Okay, let me change my screen here. Sorry, guys. I'm still getting new to using StreamYard here. One moment, please. Here we go. Okay, so here we got the good old fashioned TCAT wiki up and naked pictures of himself. He came into the house. We know that. Yeah, he absconded. I wonder if he went back to Egypt or not, because the one guy, the what was the dog caller guy's name? Um, I know he was from Jordan. He's right there. Yazan Asfour. Yeah, that's his name. Slave to mistresses, guys. Oh man, it is Friday. Yeah, slaves to mistresses. He actually absconded to Jordan, I believe. Yeah, thanks, father son. Yeah. So, but yeah, so yeah, he took off, man. He's still out there, and there's nothing worse than these bastards who don't get any type of justice. I mean, who escape justice, you know? But let's just get to the video here. I wish there was a chat log for you guys for me to read, but like I said, this is a quick live, so I'll make sure moving forward though. I think for lives that I'll focus on the Hanson versus Predators because I haven't watched most of those yet, so I need to get caught up on my TCAPness here. Where are we? Boom. There we go. Yes, Jesse. He was a basketball player. Yes. He was on a scholarship. He was a personal trainer and a basketball player, and he was on a scholarship to school. And he decided that he was going to be an idiot and try and get a 12-year-old or a 13-year-old to drop a deuce on him and make him wear a dog collar, and because I knew one guy in college, right? AJ's story time, right? And there is this guy, Dan, that I used to know. And Dan was one of those, okay, he used to model, so he was like half like German, like from Germany, and then half Thai. So he had like the jawline. He was all of us guys have that one friend that just gets chicks, right? Like me, I'm tall, decent looking, and I have a personality. So I could, I'd have to hit, not hit on, but spit game at girls. This guy Dan, he would just have girls all over him, right? Uh So we're all just drinking, playing cards, and we're all just talking about, hey man, have you ever been with a girl this? And then he's like, hey man, have you ever had a girl give you oral while you're taking a dump? And all of us stopped, and he was dead serious. And then he looked, and he didn't understand why we all stopped and looked at him like, what? And we were like, what are you talking about? He's like, I was just joking, dude. My friend, he did that. I'm like, no, you're talking about yourself. What are you talking about? Anyways, I digress. So let's look at Mr. Muhammad here as he comes into the house. And guys, look at the size of this Flagler Beach house. I can't get over it. It looks like a hotel. It's so big. And they were like, I think it was the Asian dude. He's like, looks like restaurant or whatever. Or but this house is ginormous, and even looking on Zillow and stuff, it's huge. All right, guys, let's get into this here.
It's the man who's about to walk inside.
Come inside. It's cold out here.
I think she was only decoy on one investigation, I think.
34-year-old Mohammed Abdallah works in real estate. He's married and has an 8-year-old daughter.
Hi. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. How was your drive?
Wait. Didn't he have a bag in his hand? Where did it go? Look.
Cold out here.
34-year-old Mohammed Abdallah works in real estate.
Or is that
He's married and has an 8-year-old daughter in a garage.
Come inside. It's cold out here.
And my OCD's gonna kill me.
34-year-old Mohammed Abdallah works in real estate. He's married and has an 8-year-old daughter.
Interesting.
Hi. How are you?
How you doing?
Good. How was your drive?
Good.
Yeah, you can leave it open. It's fine.
Long before he got the house, Abdallah used the screen names Blondie9 1972 and Midos 1972 to chat with someone who told him she's a 13-year-old girl.
So I'm gonna go out now.
But he was really talking to a decoy for the online watchdog group Perverted Justice.
Did you guys know that Dell, after this, went to work for Twitter? Right? And she was like vice director of the group that decides who gets banned and who doesn't get banned from Twitter, right? And then when Chris Hansen got in trouble for whatever he got in trouble with in 2020 or 2021, she was banning people who were talking trash about Chris Hansen, and she got fired. Crazy, man. That's crazy. I don't even use Twitter because Twitter sucks, guys. I don't know. Like it's like the biggest cesspool of ridiculousness that there is. If you want to talk to some real winners, guys, get on Twitter. Like, I've never seen people get so upset over like however many characters or 144. I don't even know, but I've seen people get like violently angry over one tweet, and the fact that you can turn on the news and they make a whole fucking, I don't mean YouTube fucking, I don't care. They'll make a whole fucking segment of one tweet. Think about this. They get 4 knuckleheads in front of a camera in a studio to talk about a tweet. That's clown world. That is what the mainstream like news is on cable now, which is why I don't really watch any cable news or anything at all. Let's just say the only TV news I do watch is TCAP episodes. Because that counts as MSNBC, right? Oh man. Okay. All right. Here we go.
Group we hired because of its experience pretending to be teens online who are curious about sex. In his chat, Abdallah wants to know the girl's bra size, whether she slept with her old boyfriend, if she masturbates, and if she's ever performed oral sex. Then he says he wants to perform oral sex on her.
It will be nice. I think you will love it, but you will need to open your legs all the way.
Jeez.
Then he suggests the girl perform oral sex on him. And Abdallah sends along these naked pictures. Note the distinctive necklace the man is wearing. And like most of our potential predators, Abdallah sends along these naked...
Look. It's him and then him in his convertible cruising down the road in his lowrider rider. What an idiot. And the thing is, guys, I know there's other TCAP reaction people who will actually download these pictures and then show them in their reactions. But guys, I really don't want to download pictures of these guys junks. I mean, I don't need to subject the world to this more than it already has been, you know. So if you guys want to see the actual pictures of themselves, you can go to a perverted justice's site, but you're not gonna find it on my usual stuff, you know.
Naked pictures. Note the distinctive necklace the man is wearing.
Man, they got you, dude. They got you.
And like most of our potential predators, Abdallah makes a...
You know what, Gracie? That's just the thing. You are correct, right? Like, I don't understand how dick pics became a thing. In my 42 years on this planet, I have never, ever sent a picture of my genitals, as Chris Hansen puts it, you know? And, like, I just don't understand how people can just freely send pictures of themselves to people that they don't know, you know. Hey Chippo, let me see this. I can't do super chats yet, but I actually do have a Cash App. If you guys want to donate something, then hold on, let me type it in. Over there. Okay, banner. 1 second. I'm still new to this. 1 second. Okay. Let's see if this works. Aha! The magic. I'm making it work, guys. So I can do, okay. So how YouTube works, guys, is in order to do super chats, you have to be monetized and you have to have a certain amount of hours watched. So I'm already at the hours watched because you guys are so awesome that you guys, it's hard to get people to watch all of your videos, like the entire thing, right? But you guys will watch the whole video, right? Which is really, really, really cool. So that helps out a lot too. And so what all I need is 1,000 subs, and I've looked at other people, and my growth because of you guys is like off the charts, you know, like it really, really is awesome. I know that I say this a lot, but you guys' support has just been unbelievable. You know, let me drop this in the chat too. Let me see if I can do this. Hold on. This is interesting here. But yeah, so when I hit 1,000 subs, and I'll be able to do super chats. And then that should be, let me see, go back there. Oops. But the thing about super chats is that YouTube keeps a percentage of the super chats. So let me see if this is right. Oh yeah, so it's on the screen, and then here it is. Chat too. Hey, thanks, Doug MPA. I really do. Uh, and But anyways, yes. So you guys' support goes a long way because the more that you guys watch, the more that it gets out there, right? And it's just, yeah. It, but anyways, let's get back into this here.
Online to come to visit the teen when she says she's home alone.
You can shut it if you want, that front door.
Now he's at our house, and he doesn't know it's outfitted with multiple hidden cameras that record his every move as soon as he enters. Also out of sight are a large Dateline crew and members of Perverted Justice.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Doris.
Good. Why don't you have a seat right over there?
Sure.
So what made you come on over here tonight?
Oh, just the person right there.
Oh, guys, hold on. Before we jump into this, I have to do my obligatory. 1 second. Where is it? 1 second. Hold on. Uh-oh. What's it doing? I have to. So, guys, I've been adding this in when Chris Hansen walks out, because you know how we have the name for that moment when Chris Hansen walks in, right? And some people call it the cappening. You know, I know we all have our own names, but I'll edit in. I don't, tell me if you've noticed it when I edited in here. But who's noticed that I put this in here? And tell me what this is from. Every time I see it. Oh man, dude. Oh, really? So it's not sharing sound. All right. Sorry guys. So I'm new to StreamYard, so I'll have to find a way to do this right. I think that there's a way to share with sound, guys. You'll have to excuse that because anyways, so let's get back to the video here. But yeah, so I added that in. I think the first one was that Schumacher dude, you know, that I kept calling Michael in the video. And I forgot that Michael Schumacher is the race car driver. And one of you guys pointed it out in the comments that's probably why I was thinking of that guy the whole time. Other than the name Michael is because Michael Schumacher is the driver. So, okay.
Remove as soon as he enters. Also out of sight are a large Dateline crew and members of Perverted Justice.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, Doris.
Good. Why don't you have a seat right over there?
Sure.
So what?
Oh,
what
thanks,
made you come on
Jesse,
over here
for the
tonight?
$5, man.
Person right
I
there.
appreciate it.
Yeah. And so you just happened to be going by and you saw this blonde woman out there, and she waved at you.
Just she waved.
That
at me.
explains everything, doesn't it?
She waved at me.
She just waved at
I'm
you.
thinking she owns the house. I would try
Yeah.
to tell her what is it, and she say, "Come in."
Come in. And so you just walked right in?
No, not just walk. Just the why I ask her. You know what's this door?
What an amazing coincidence.
I think this is one of the later ones. I have to look at the order, but Chris was just having fun now. Like before, in the first two with the rabbi in Virginia, he was kind of nervous, right? But by then he's comfortable and he's just in full like look, look. Hold on. Here we go. We'll go back, guys.
Yes, she waved.
That explains everything, doesn't it?
She waved at me.
She just waved at
I'm
you.
thinking she owns the house. I would try
Yeah.
to tell her, what is it? And she say, come in.
Come in. And so you just walk right in?
No, not just walk. Just the why I ask her, what's this door?
What an amazing coincidence. You're a lucky guy. You're just driving along and this good-looking young girl waves you in. That's amazing.
You know.
What was the odds of any of that being even remotely true?
That's how it is. That's what
Oops. Hold on, guys. Internet
Now it's
issues.
time to let him know that we know he wasn't just doing some sightseeing and looking for real estate.
Now, the problem with all that
Tell me.
is that I know that you were chatting online with a girl who said she was 13. She gave you directions to come over here.
Dude, Chris Hansen is really, really tall. He's like my height. I think he's like 6'3". And I thought he was taller, like I said, because he always makes them sit down, and then he does that like lean in thing where he's towering over him. So it always looks like he's like 8 feet tall compared to these guys, you know?
Did she say I was 13?
She said she was 13.
Who was this? I don't know. I checked with
tell me,
I checked with
Oops, you just told on yourself there, buddy.
online.
Then I show him these pictures he sent.
Let's try that.
Is that you? These pictures there?
Oops.
It looks like
Sorry, guys. What's going on here? Hold on.
me. Yeah.
It looks like you. Okay.
Wow.
And I showed him those naked pictures.
Okay. How about that one?
Oops. Oops. Oops.
It looks like me too.
Yep. That one.
Yep.
That one.
It looks, yeah.
That one. Okay.
Let's go back a little bit. See what it does.
I showed him those naked
There it
pictures.
is.
Okay. How about that one?
It looks like me too.
Yep. That one.
Yep.
That one.
It looks, yeah.
That one. Okay.
Then I remind him
That
what
one?
he told the
That
girl
one?
who
That
said she
one?
was 13.
You ask her what she's doing. She said she's sleeping on her back. And you say, sleep on your back and open them wide open.
Dang.
What did you mean by that?
What is it? I don't know.
This is your chat with the girl who told you she was 13.
Oops.
When was that?
This particular one was December 3rd at 10:32 and 29 seconds in the morning.
I was in the office at this time. I don't chat in the morning.
You don't chat in the morning?
No.
Oh, well, here, right here, you say you're in your office. So that's consistent with what you just told me.
Perfect.
You talk about licking her. She says, I don't really.
Dude, Charles Lee Love adds these. He has that soundboard of that. Perfect. Oh, man. That is. Oh, man. Guys, I wanted to try and find a way in my video for John Pierre when he's wearing the hat to play the Indiana Jones theme, but I would have got a copyright strike. So I was gonna try and like play it or edit it in somehow, but that's copyrighted music, and there's no way that would work. Yes, Doug MPA, this is the guy that I think he has an episode.
You know
on.
much
Like,
about
he
licking
falls
and
out or
stuff.
whatever.
Then you say, you'd like to try? She says, might be interesting.
I will never say to someone like that. Never.
Uh-huh.
It will be nice. I think you will love it.
Never. Never. Ever. You know, I'm an Egyptian. I'm Muslim. I don't do this stuff.
We'll lick you all over.
It's not me. Just I need to.
Father, son, there it is, man. There it is. You said that a while ago. I don't do this stuff. Oh man, that is. I'm trying to find your comment so I can put it on here. Oh man, that is hilarious, man. That is hilarious. Oh man.
No. And I was before you do that, I need to tell you something.
Tell me.
I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on men who try to meet underage kids online for sex.
Abdallah doesn't want to talk to me anymore.
Oh, no, he's
Outside,
not
the
the one.
Flagler Beach police are racing into position.
See, this is
He's going to
Florida.
run.
This isn't like
Please
Cal.
come
Oh,
down
he tries to run.
Give me your arm. Come on out.
Oh, guys,
Underage
it's so good.
kids on.
The best things in life are free. Oh, man. Let's watch that one more time. Oh, man. That is so good. I told you guys, the California cops are like, all right, now, can you please come over here and turn around? And maybe you want to try and put your hands behind your back. Not in Florida, guys. Look, what's this part?
Online for sex.
Abdallah doesn't want to talk to me anymore. Outside, the Flagler Beach police are racing into position. Thinking he's going to run, the police come down hard.
Give me your arm. Come on out, sir. Step out of the
They
vehicle.
don't even clean the dirt off his face.
Step out of the vehicle.
At the police station, Abdallah seems a little uncooperative at first.
Whoa, Muhammad, listen to me. Okay? We don't want you to make any sudden moves like that.
Officers find a large amount of cash.
There's 100, 200, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1,400.
Inside the interrogation room, after he's read his rights, Abdallah doesn't want to speak.
Let me see. Guys, put something in the comments if my stream is still going, because let me see. I think that I might be having an issue here. Someone drop a 1 in the comments if you can't see my stream anymore. Oh no. Oh shit. What happened? Oh no.
I don't think anybody can hear you anymore.
That sucks, man.